What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How are you doing? Welcome back here to another football video doing a recap of the Italy and the Switzerland game, and then I'm going to talk about Sergio Ramos leaving Real Madrid because Real Madrid have confirmed that Sergio Ramos will be leaving the club after 16 years. So starting with the Italy and the Switzerland game, man, what a flippin' performance that was by Italy. Seriously, I mean, Locatelli, I think that's his name, he absolutely balled out today, you know, with a brace today against Switzerland, and then Immobile scored a very spectacular goal. And honestly, man, Italy, they looked very impressive in this game. I mean, their midfield just completely dominated this game, and Italy's midfield, I think, is good enough to compete with France's midfield and with Germany's midfield, if you ask me. Just because today's performance by Italy was just absolutely incredible. Like, there's no other way to describe Italy's performance. Another 3-0 win for them. So Italy so far have scored 6 Gs. So it just goes to show you, man, that Italy is back on the world stage of football and why you should not count them out at all, because Italy right now, I think, is good enough to compete against the big teams like Germany, France, and Portugal. Just because today, man, Italy in these last 2 games, their midfield has looked really good. I mean, their creativity has been there, and they just know how to, dominate, time of possession and just, find those spaces and chances in the box. As for Switzerland, man, Switzerland just did not perform at all today. Like, Switzerland just didn't show up at all. None of the players on the Switzerland football team showed up today, man. Italy just completely were just absolutely just freaking dominant in this game. I mean, what else is there to say about this game? And we got to talk about Italy's midfield, because right now Italy's football team has a really incredible future, with Locatelli, with Immobile, I think, still, and with Marco Verratti. Like, Italy's midfield can be really, really good, if you ask me. And one thing I really enjoyed about this game was just seeing how Italy were just able to, press their opponent. And I think this is Italy's biggest strength, is their ability just to press their opponents into making mistakes. And Italy's back four today were also very, very dominant. I mean, Italy's back four just were able to deny Switzerland any space in their box, and Italy's keeper Donnarumma had a pretty decent game, because Switzerland at times looked pretty decent on the ball, but they just weren't up to their full strength today. I feel like, just Donnarumma, he made some great saves against them, and Switzerland's midfield just completely got outperformed today by Italy's midfield. So Italy's midfield just showed what was the ultimate difference maker in this game, and Locatelli himself, he was the ultimate difference maker in this game as he scored 2 Gs as a midfielder. And the way how Italy were playing this game, they could have easily won this game 5-0. I mean, Italy just played arguably their best football so far besides that Turkey game. Like, so far Italy have not conceded at all, and right now I think Italy have a really good defense, just as good as France. So yeah, like I said before, man, I think Italy have what it takes to compete against Germany, France, and Belgium, as those are the 3 main dominant teams so far at the Euros, and I think that Italy right now, they can really make a deep push here in this tournament. So now that I'm done talking about the game, let's talk about the Sergio Ramos transfer. So Sergio Ramos will be leaving Madrid, and all I can say is, man, Sergio Ramos, he had a heck of a career at Real Madrid. I mean, seriously, he will go down as one of the best defenders in La Liga, if not the best defender in La Liga in the last, 15 years. And even if you're not a Real Madrid fan, you gotta admire that despite sometimes Sergio Ramos making questionable challenges, he still was a really, really good midfielder, and he's the ultimate definition of a leader on Madrid besides Cristiano Ronaldo. Because when Cristiano Ronaldo left the club, Sergio Ramos stepped in and took over the leadership role at Madrid, and I think he really did a great job of fulfilling that leadership role, of just trying to help maintain Real Madrid's dominance in La Liga and help Madrid become a relevant team, after the Cristiano Ronaldo departure. Like, Sergio Ramos' heroics after Ronaldo's departure, in my opinion, were what solidified himself as the ultimate team captain for Madrid. And of course, the best performance Sergio Ramos has ever had in a Madrid uniform would probably have to be that 2014 Champions League final, where he scored a crazy 93rd minute equalizer to help, seal La Decima for Real Madrid and help, prevent Madrid from losing that Champions League final. Because I remember that Champions League final between Atletico and Real Madrid. Atletico Madrid that year, they ended up winning La Liga, I believe, in 2014, and they were leading Madrid in the Champions League final. And it looked like that Atletico were finally going to win their first and ever Champions League title in their club history, but then Sergio Ramos scored a crazy 93rd minute goal, and after that, Real Madrid, that just completely changed the whole momentum of the game. As an extra time, Real Madrid, they ended up scoring 3 Gs in the last 15 minutes of the game to help seal their La Decima, title, and then after that, Real Madrid just went on a domination in the Champions League, winning 3 straight. And of course, Sergio Ramos was a big contributor to Real Madrid winning their 3 straight Champions League titles, as he was that central rock in Real Madrid's defense that made it very impossible for opponents to find any sort of space in Real Madrid's in their own half. So in all, man, Sergio Ramos, his work ethic and his determination, in my opinion, are what made him a really good, in my opinion, the best La Liga defender besides, prime Piqué and Puyol in the last 15 years. Just because Sergio Ramos in the last, I have to say, probably 6 years has been the best defender in La Liga, just because he's always been consistent, and, he also had another remarkable performance for Real Madrid as well, in their quest to the Champions League finals. Because what made Sergio Ramos such a spectacular defender was not only his ability to defend, but also his ability, to score header goals, his ability to score clutch headers. And what was the best trait about Sergio Ramos was just that thing, him being able to score those crazy headers, in the clutch moments for Real Madrid, to help save the game for him. And that's what you gotta admire about Sergio Ramos, just his clutchness was undeniably just incredible. I've never seen such a defender as clutch as Sergio Ramos in all my years of being a football fan. So I'm interested to see where Sergio Ramos will go to finish his career. Will he go to the MLS, or will Sergio Ramos sign again for the club that made him in the first place, and that is Sevilla? Because I'm pretty sure that Sergio Ramos, prior to joining Madrid, played for Sevilla, and that would be actually pretty crazy if Sergio Ramos were to go back and join his childhood club again in Sevilla. Because what a lot of people might not know is that Sergio Ramos was not a product of Madrid. He was originally a product of Sevilla's football team, and then Real Madrid, they bought Sergio Ramos from Sevilla, and since then, man, Sergio Ramos has just had a very crazy career at Madrid. I mean, I still think he's good enough to be a defender despite him being in his late 30s. I mean, if he brings that leadership trait right there to Sevilla, if he goes back to his old childhood club, then I think that Sergio Ramos can make Sevilla maybe Champions League contenders. And of course, man, Sergio Ramos, he's won nearly every trophy in the book. The only thing that's missing is a Ballon d'Or title. That would complete his ultimate career, because he's won everything from Champions League titles to winning that World Cup in South Africa and Spain to winning 2 Euro titles. So on the international level, Sergio Ramos, he helped Spain to win 3 major international trophies from 2008 to 2012, and in my opinion, that's still the greatest Spain team I've ever seen in the last in the 21st century for international football sides. So let me know in the comment section below on what you think were Sergio Ramos' best performances in Madrid, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and peace.